Oh boy. Hey, how you doing there, Fred?
I'm doing pretty good.
You
How are
doing
you?
good? You having a good time over there sitting in the 2 seed?
Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Oh my. Hey, did you know the Jets beat the Rams?
That's funny,
Oh,
but so true.
all that and more coming up here on this award-winning podcast, On and Off the Field, with Durf and Dylan. Boy, oh boy. Is this season 3, episode 36?
Yes, it is.
A while. I think we're approaching 100 episodes on iTunes.
I believe so, too. I believe if we were still doing 2 a week, we would have been 1229, I believe.
We had this conversation before.
Yeah. So now that we've gone to 1 show a week, I think we're looking probably 3rd week of January, I think is about where we should be.
All right. Closing in. That'll be a good way to start off the new year with our 100th episode.
Yeah.
We've done 100 more, or at least On and Off the Field back when I did it solo. Some of those episodes didn't make it over in the transition, so I think over 100, but not really. Man, because we kind of know what we're doing on this show. And we started just by laughing at the Rams and the Steelers a little bit, but the Bills are happy. They're sitting in the 2nd seed right now, and the Steelers are they're not getting the 2nd seed back. We'll put it that way.
No.
The Hawks have a chance of winning their division next week when they play the Rams. We're riding high over here.
Yeah.
Between you and me, I think football is doing good to us right now.
It's doing very good to us, yeah.
Sort of. I mean, Russell Wilson did win the game. He actually got sacked 0 times. 0.
Yeah.
Not even like 1 just to give me like a little, hey, 1, 2, or 3 sacks. Okay, well, at least he still got sacked, and at least Dylan was kind of right that he was going to get sacked a few times. No, just a straight up goose egg for the bet from last week. So we already did the pies to the face. We weren't going to do it live on camera because I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
that's not how that works. So we made the videos. We'll reveal the pie to the face videos later in the live stream. For those listening to the podcast later down the road, you can I'll end up posting the videos on our Facebook page, and you can check them out there. I don't think I can get them on Instagram. I might be able to. I can try. Seems like a lot of work. Seems like a lot of work. So probably not. Just go to Facebook.
Yeah.
So if you want to figure out how to get to our Facebook page, you can, first of all, try flossing. We'll start with that. We'll start with learning how to floss. It is something that is recommended by 10 out of 10 podcasters. Flossing is follow, liking, observing, subscribing, and sharing anything on and off the field related. So if you want to learn how to do that, where to go, things to do, have a good time, Durf can tell you all about flossing.
Yeah, I can, because flossing is what you should be doing. All right, so you can follow, like, observe, and share on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels, which we are currently live on right now. Make sure to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts so we know how we're doing and what you like or dislike about the show. And you can find all of these links at onandoffthefield.com, along with our fundraising efforts, our sweet merchandise, and to learn more about Dylan, myself, and this award-winning show.
You can almost see my award that's propped up to the side of me.
Oh, yeah?
Can I reach it? There you go.
Nice.
This was the best thing that's happened to me in 2020. That's not true.
Oh.
It's not entirely true, but yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome to the show, everyone. Happy holidays. Guess we should say that too, because we're not, that this is the one before the holidays happen.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a big deal. Merry Christmas, I guess. Wow. Happy holidays. If you celebrate that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do we have any? Do we have Christmas football? No, they do.
Yeah.
We do have Christmas football. Is it Christmas is Friday, right?
Yep.
Let me go down here because we have the games in. So there's no Thursday night football.
Right.
But we have Vikings and Saints for Christmas. Oh, that's right. I remember hearing about that now.
Mm-hmm.
That has some potential to be a good game, right?
Yeah, should be a great game.
And the Vikings love to just screw up the Saints.
Right.
Playoffs. This game won't knock them out of the playoffs, but it could definitely ruin their chances of getting a 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
As they lose to when they lost to the Eagles. And now the Chiefs, the Packers have taken the number 1 seed in the NFC, I believe.
Yes.
So, troubling times for the Saints, but they looked pretty good against the Chiefs. It wasn't terrible. We'll get to that. The next, we got you're actually done. You're finished.
I'm kaput.
It wasn't a terrible loss. You put up a fight.
No. Yeah. It was the weird games this weekend just did not do well for my fantasy players.
That's all right. You can join me not worrying about a fantasy team anymore. It's over. You can breathe.
I'm still going for third place, but
okay.
Well, but basically, I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, third place, fourth place. What's the difference? So we can at least know now that we'll be crowning a winner that's not ourselves.
That is true. So
that's good. I would have been fine crowning you the winner. We would have accepted that. It would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay to have.
Yeah,
it's okay to have someone else win it too. So the championship game is going to actually be between Brandon from Strikeout Beer, who will actually be joining us on the show in a little while. I don't know when. He just will. And then we'll show you we'll do the pie videos when he shows up. Because he was going to take a pie to the face if Russell Wilson did get sacked more than 5.5 times. So that's why he'll be joining us on that. Did I ever tell you that?
No, I don't think so.
I was hanging out with them on Wednesday night when they were doing Strikeout Beer, and I told them about our bet. So they're like, "Yeah, we'll take the under." I'm like, okay. So, between him and Ryan, which is the brother of Kyle Eggleston,
yep.
Eggleston, who we had Kyle on a lot before the season got going. We had him on a lot talking about fantasy football stuff because he's our supposed expert, But he kind of dropped off there. Haven't heard from him in a while. He might have had a rough season.
Yeah.
Where was he? Where did he
bounce back? Steelers didn't do so great.
Is that what his team was called?
Yeah. They drafted so many Steelers players.
Oh, yeah. He finished 6-7, 5th place in the league. I finished 4-9. See, I finished 4-9, but I scored the 3rd most points in our division. Yeah, that's just my luck. That's how it happens every year for me, though. I'm just an unlucky son of a gun.
Yeah,
that's why I hate fantasy football, and I never every time fantasy football ends, I tell myself I'll never play again, and then the next season comes rolling along, and I'm like, let's play fantasy football. I'm so excited to play fantasy football. I love fantasy football, and in all reality, it sucks my soul out. I hate it. So championship game frown out the field, which will basically 2021 will announce our winner.
Yeah.
Oh no, not next week. Just before 2021.
Yes.
Big news. Big news. We don't know what the trophy is yet or the prize. We have no idea. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll bring the winner on the show and ask what they want.
There you go.
We'll do it that way. That seems like it could be fun.
Yeah.
I think that's all we really got. Warm up. We get the show really started here.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
We'll just tackle some quick NFL news. Not a whole lot going on, but just some, NFL news is more turned into what we think happened this week that's interesting that we have an opinion on. I think that's more of what NFL news is. We should probably rename this segment to
NFL opinions.
news that we care about. NFL news that matters.
There you go.
Because I post stuff all through the week. If we talk about all the NFL news, we'd be here all night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if Jim Caldwell is getting an interview to be a head coach. That doesn't interest me.
No.
Louis Riddick getting GM interviews. I don't care. Whatever gets him out of the Monday night booth. Just do whatever you want. Just get out of the booth. It's fine with me. Did you listen to Aqib Talib do that Cardinals-Eagles game?
No.
I couldn't tell if I liked it or didn't like it. It was something. Tell you what. Because, Aqib Talib obviously isn't a broadcaster, but he was a former player, and he's just up there in the box. It kind of reminded me of Snoop Dogg did the Mike Tyson, and he did the boxing match there.
Yeah,
it's just Snoop Dogg. He's just chilling, just talking about what's happening. He's just there. That's kind of what Aqib Talib was like. He was like, oh yeah, he's just up there. They score a touchdown. I was like, yeah. D-Hop, great catch. He's a baller, man. He's just up there talking. And a lot of people hated it, I'll tell you what. Yeah. A lot of the purists, you would call them, did not enjoy it. But I thought it was a fun take. I enjoyed it. I'd have him back any day. I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Aqib Talib. All right, so Dwayne Haskins. Can I give myself the big screen real quick?
Yeah.
There you go. Name of the episode: Haskins got strip sacked. Came out earlier today. Dwayne Haskins had some pictures taken of him at the local strip club without a mask. That's the
worst of it.
That's the worst of it. There's not wearing a mask. Like that's really the issue here. I'm pretty sure if you're at a strip club and even wearing a mask, you're still going to have some problems. I don't think social distancing works in a strip club. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of at least, some of it. Yeah, Dwayne Haskins. And then as soon as the news broke, Ron Rivera said they were handling it in-house. Dwayne Haskins then later apologized. Keep your apologies.
Yep.
I don't want to hear it. You knew Dwayne Haskins has been a fool since he's gotten in the league. One of his first things he ever did was when he missed taking a knee on the final snaps of his game that he won last year. His first win as a starter, he was taking selfies with the fans. So they had to send, I think it was Case Keenum out to take a knee for the final snap. And then there was the he ends up losing the game. And then his teammates came out later and said that he's in the locker room gloating about his stats from that game because he threw for 300 yards. So he's like, hey, I had a good day, man, but they lost the game. He's going around showing off. And now he's going to strip clubs after you lose during a pandemic, not wearing a mask. He wasn't planning on telling anybody. He was just going to contract COVID from a strip club possibly and then just walk into the building the next day.
Mm-hmm.
What a guy. He's immature. He has been since he's left Ohio State. He's a daggone fool. And he would be cut right now. He would be cut from this team if Ron Rivera had his ways. But Kyle Allen is injured. Alex Smith is injured. Mm-hmm. It's basically just Dwayne Haskins. I don't even know who their other option is. I know their emergency quarterback is tight end Logan Thomas. But whoever their backup real QB is, I couldn't tell you. I could look it up, but I'm not going to.
I feel like I saw him on the sideline.
Now I'm gonna look it up now. See, now I talk myself.
I think he was wearing number 6, I think. But I don't know his name.
Here we go. Washington depth chart.
But yeah, Logan Thomas is definitely good for emergency because, former quarterback in college.
Who in God's green earth is this? Taylor Heineke.
Yeah.
Wow. This is his 4th season, and I have no idea who he is. He has played. He played in 2018. I think he played a couple games. Looks like 5 games, maybe. He's threw for 320 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions with a QBR of 18.3 in his starts. Yeah. He threw 53 passes against the Falcons back in 2018 on December 23rd. Oh, that's where his touchdown and 3 interceptions came from. So that's basically the only game he's played. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's it. Yikes. And a 24-10 loss. So that's their backup besides Dwayne Haskins. That's what you have. Hey, Key, what's up, man? What's going on? Welcome to the show. Yeah. Hashtag disaster for Dwayne Haskins. I mean, he's getting cut after the season.
Yep.
Ron Rivera has just been salivating at the mouth for this season to end so he can cut Dwayne Haskins. He's just waiting for it. Where do you think they go? Do they keep Alex Smith? Do you think they're drafting? Are they looking at Carson Wentz maybe? Now that Key is watching, because Key is a Phillies fan, Eagles fan. So,
I mean, that'd be interesting. I don't think the Eagles would trade him though to Washington just because it's in division.
Right.
Unlikely. I do see them keeping Alex Smith, but I also see them probably drafting a quarterback. Maybe not first round, but maybe, early second round.
Yeah, I don't know where they sit kind of like in the draft pool right now. I'd imagine they're top 10 maybe still. They could win the division, but they could be picking top 10. That's They could be in the conversation for someone like Kyle Trask if he goes into the draft. I don't know if he's announced it yet. I don't know if he is. Tony's popping in real quick. Strikeout beer. What's going on, my man? He didn't have to take a pie to the face. I would have loved to see him take a pie to the face with his beard. He's got a big old beard.
Yeah.
Not this year. We would be taking a cap hit. The Eagles are taking a cap hit regardless. It's just a matter of it's just a matter if you want him on your roster or not. So if you want Carson Wentz the cancer to just sulk about the locker room as a backup, then you can keep him. But I think just for his mental state, the team's state as, a team, I think he just needs to go. But I think that's kind of off topic.
Well, I think Carson bounces if he's the backup anyway, because he expressed his disinterest in being the backup. So that would immediately, if Doug Peterson doesn't make the right call and start Jalen Hurts the rest of the season, and then looking to use him going forward, then Carson's gonna they'll figure a way out to get him out of there because he won't be happy.
No one's gonna be happy with him just walking around being all pissy. So. It would have been messy. Yeah, it would have been. But I have a beard too, and it was, Fred has a beard. Everyone has a beard.
Yeah.
It was messy. You can go to the Colts. Yeah. That's the general consensus, I think, around the NFL. If Carson Wentz goes anywhere, it would be reuniting with Frank Reich down in Indianapolis. But Dwayne Haskins, I don't think this guy starts another football game after this season. He's basically forced to play football games the rest of the season until Alex Smith comes back, which I don't know if that's going to be this week or not. I haven't really heard anything. Right now he's only listed as questionable, so he could play maybe. But Dwayne Haskins, I really don't think he plays football after this season. I think his career's over. He's shot himself in the foot way too many times. And he doesn't even, when he does play, he doesn't even play that well. It's not like he shoots himself in the foot off the field, and then if he makes it on the field, like he lights it up. This guy's got nothing going for him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, am I boring you, Fred?
No, sorry.
That's fine.
No, Dwayne Haskins is just. There's a reason why 9 other teams passed on him, or how many other teams it was that passed on him in the draft because of this. He's just not good. He's terrible, and it's a forced to start situation because there's no way Rivera wants him out there.
No, Ron hates this kid with a passion. You could just anytime he talks about him, like he took him off the active roster and told him to stay home.
Yeah,
one game, like he put him. Like, he just said, "Don't even show up" earlier in the season. This kid is a disaster. He's just a cancer to the locker room and to the teammates. I had a thought going through my head there for a moment, but now I lost it.
Yeah,
that's okay. It happens. I was going to say, it's just another Ohio State quarterback. I called this back when he got drafted. I said, if I'm going to call any of these quarterbacks in this draft a bust, it's Dwayne Haskins. I called it. Because this kid, he threw like 50 touchdown passes. He like broke records. This is what people thought. Like, he might not be the most accurate or be this or be that, but man, he's electric. He could basically like Jameis Winston style. He can throw a lot of yards and touchdowns, but he might lose you the game as well. But you can refine that. No. This kid played in the Big Ten. He was in Ohio State. He played against terrible defenses, had all the talent in the world around him, and then he got thrown into Washington. And yes, maybe he didn't get a fair shake. I can listen to that argument all day long, that he went through like 3 different head coaches. It's been a disaster since he's gotten there. Washington is a disaster of an organization. Stuff came out that they had to pay a almost $2 million settlement because of sexual assault stuff back in 2019 to protect Dan Snyder. That came out today as well. It's just, I kind of want to feel bad for Dwayne Haskins, but then he does stuff like this, and I don't care about him. I really just don't. I just hope he goes away. He doesn't deserve another chance, in my opinion.
No,
he's shown me no reason to put hope in him.
Yep.
It's sad, but it's reality.
Yeah.
TJ's here.
Going on
from Whiskey Pro Streams and Just Be a Dad podcast.
Hey, there you go.
Is that right? Did I get it?
I believe so, yeah.
There's so many podcasts. I can't remember everyone's podcast, gosh darn it. So many. I Just Be a Dad, Better Call. Oh, yeah. He's going to go start for someone in the XFL. That'll be his next gig. 100%.
Yeah. Just like, what's his name from Ohio State before him?
Oh.
Who played for Washington. I'm blanking on his name right now. He was drafted by the Bills.
Oh, my Lord.
That's going to bug me now.
It's not Cardale Jones, is it?
Yes, Cardale Jones.
Cardale Jones?
He...
Yeah, he lit up the XFL, man. He was playing well.
For a little bit, yeah.
For a little while. Yeah, he's the one who played good for like the first 3 weeks, and then that team kind of just fell apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are the guys to beat. Nope. Yeah, I got it. I got you, TJ. You can just tag. Just go ahead and tag your show if you want. Just let people know it's your show so people can go like it. And then just earlier today, the 49ers added Josh Rosen to their active roster.
Ooh.
They took him off of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers practice squad.
Spicy.
Practice squad. Yeah. The former 10th overall pick. 12th? I don't remember what number he used because he was the guy who said 11 mistakes were picked ahead of me or something.
Was he 11 or 10?
Was it? It could have been any number.
It's somewhere around there, yeah. But he did the thing, the year before Haskins. 11 people made the mistake ahead of me. or whatever.
What a guy.
Yeah, he's only bounced from Arizona to Miami to Tampa Bay, and now he's back on the West Coast. Well,
It's never
back in
good.
Arizona because the 49ers are there.
He is.
Well, it's come around complete circle.
He doesn't need a walkthrough. Hey, so here's the locker room. Yeah, I know where the locker room is. Can I have my old locker back? Apparently, Nick Mullins is out for the rest of the season with an elbow injury. So they have C.J. Beathard and now Josh Rosen. That's who they got.
Oh, yeah. Nick Mullins to take that weird hit to the arm late in the Cowboys game. So then C.J. Beathard came in and, just a last-second touchdown. Okay.
Does not matter.
Doesn't matter, but sure, why not?
Hey, he did it. Congratulations. You got to throw a touchdown pass. How do you feel? XFL is the WCW of football. What's WCW?
Wrestling.
Oh, it's wrestling? Okay.
Yeah.
I had a feeling it was wrestling, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it was like I would get it wrong, but it would be like WWF versus WCW. Like competing high-end wrestling.
I know what WWE is.
Yeah, which used to be right.
Yeah. So WCW is XFL mainly because it doesn't exist anymore?
Yeah.
That's probably its closest comparison if I had to guess. Yeah. So that's just a fun tidbit of news. Josh Rose. I want to give Josh his love. I feel so bad for that kid. I don't know why. It's not like he's good at football, but kind of in the same situation as Dwayne Haskins. He's just kind of been given a lot of bad situations.
Mm-hmm.
And, if he played better, he wouldn't be in this situation. But it kind of sucks when you're drafted in the first round by the Cardinals, and then the Cardinals go out and just get another quarterback in the first round right after that, and they say, bye. That's a bad feeling.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. And then you never get another chance. You go down to Miami, and they have just a slew of quarterbacks, including Fitzpatrick. Mm-hmm. Then they go out and get Tua. Tough ride for Josh. Stuck on the practice squad for the Bucs. You'll never see the light of day from that position. So, oh well, he's fine. He's on a team, and maybe he'll get a chance to play. If CJ doesn't play well, maybe Josh gets a chance to step in there, and you never know. Yeah. What if this could be his resurrection game? What if he gets a chance to play?
Ooh.
What if CJ goes down? He gets a chance to play, lights it up. People get to see him, and then this is his opportunity.
There you go.
To get back on a roster and start.
Yeah.
Probably not. All right. Especially playing with that disastrous team right now.
Yeah.
Not good over there. Not good. Got a quick, we're going to hit the off the field MVP for this week, which, again, during the season, we're kind of just sucking off the NFLPA Community MVP Award. Makes it easy. Don't have to,
Yeah.
I was going to start doing Walter Payton Man of the Year stuff, but it's been terribly, terribly busy time of year. My goodness. Mm-hmm. So, off the field MVP is Brandon McManus, the kicker for the Denver Broncos. He's the Week 14 NFLPA Community MVP after he launched a relief program for those impacted by the pandemic, providing $15,000 to 3 Colorado restaurants and $15,000 to cover overdue rent or mortgage payments for single-parent households and mothers affected by domestic abuse. What the heck? Off the field MVP, the people at Firehouse Subs love their sandwiches. All right. Co-MVP off the field is Firehouse Subs. I've never had Firehouse Subs. Do they even have those in Rochester or Syracuse?
I don't know. I feel like I've seen the commercials and I know it exists, but don't know where.
Yeah, like sometimes we get like Hardee's commercials. Like that's a Southern thing. Why am I seeing Hardee's commercials in Rochester? We don't have a Hardee's. But I think the reason he chose this one, they put it in here, it's through his Project McManus Foundation. So if you want to look that up, It all started because he was talking with the guy at Jack's Bar and Grill, which had to furlough 75% of its employees. The small business doesn't just do food. They provide opportunity and employment to individuals with developmental disabilities and special needs. So they get to hire some. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
So McManus donated $5,000 to the restaurant and covering food costs, provided free meals to the public to encourage tipping of staff and assisting with business expenses. And for the next 2 Tuesdays, the Broncos player rep will be given $5,000 each relief or to 2 more local restaurants. So $15,000 total, $5,000 each to 3 places. And then, the $15,000 to support single-parent families, mothers affected by domestic violence, poverty, trauma, or homelessness. And then there was one more earlier in the year. They just mentioned in here his COVID-19 pandemic relief stuff. In March, he funded 20,000 meals to Food Bank of the Rockies. And in May, he donated 400 lunches to frontline healthcare workers in the UC health system.
Nice.
So let's see here. Since his foundation's launch, Brandon McManus has donated backpacks and school supplies to more than 100 underserved youth, provided select families with $500 gift cards to shop for their holiday needs, and fundraised $50,000 that was donated to 3 local charities that benefit at-risk youth. Good stuff, Brandon.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
Cheers to Brandon McManus, this week's Off the Field MVP. That Schwarzbier?
That's a Schwarzbier.
That's Schwarzbier.
Schwarzbier.
I got Berry Sneaky from Hamburg Brewing Company.
Nice.
It's a sour beer that's 7.2%. That has, this is funny, blackberry, blueberry, cranberry, raspberry, strawberry, and boysenberry.
Wow.
What's a boysenberry, you ask? I have no idea.
I was waiting for you to say Loganberry or something.
Throw some Loganberry in this. I'll kind of get with that. I thought boysenberry was like a made-up fruit that they said in cartoons.
Like Willy Wonka?
Yeah, if you like watch Willy Wonka or you like watch Family Guy, they're like, hey, let's have some boysenberries. Or like the wild thornberries. They're like out there eating boysenberries in the jungle. I didn't know boysenberry was like a real thing. I had no idea.
Didn't know.
I learned that through this beer.
There you go.
Josh is in the house. He's got a McFish on his profile picture. What's that called? Is it a McFish?
The Filet-O-Fish.
Oh, Filet-O-Fish. Okay. He's got a Filet-O-Fish this time. This dude just changed his profile picture every week. He's just doing whatever.
There you go.
He just changed. He had that packet of like chicken whatever on there that one time.
Mm-hmm.
He's just living his best life. That's all he's doing. You got to love it. All right. Brandon McManus, off the field MVP. You got anything you're not digging? I'm just going through the banners.
Oh. No, not really.
The morons or any people that went to the airport to support when the Bills landed. With the exception of our friend Matt. Because Matt actually wore a mask. But his report from the scene was apparently the Bills fans were not the most caring that there's a pandemic going on.
Yeah.
So, Bills Mafia, bunch of morons, most of them. Not you, Fred.
I know.
And I forgot again, too. There we go. Week 15 recap. There we go. All right. So, how do you want to start? You want to start with the Chargers and the Raiders? I guess that's what we kind of do. We normally just go in order.
Yeah, we normally just go in order.
So I guess we can do that. You're going to have to hold off a little bit. I know you're excited.
That's okay.
I can see it on your face. You're very excited.
Yeah.
The Chargers did beat the Raiders. Justin Herbert had a very good day. He did not break the rookie passing record yet. He's literally right on the fringe. He's going to break it. There's still 2 more games.
Right.
He's going to break it. But, you know, this game went to overtime. No one's playing extremely well, with the exception of probably Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Jacobs had a pretty good night, but it wasn't, amazing. But it comes down to overtime. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Raiders get the ball. Raiders, great. Get the ball to start. They drive down the field, and then Josh Jacobs gets a couple of nice, good runs, and they get down to like the 2-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
This game's over. As soon as the ball was inside the 5, I almost turned the game off. I was this close to turning the game off. I was like, there it is. Josh Jacobs just has to run up the gut. He's been running down the field this whole drive. It's over. Not quite. Josh Jacobs could not get in. Marcus Mariota, who came in for an injured Derek Carr and played well. He had a very good outing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say if they would have won the game, I probably would talk about him more, but down the stretch, he missed a couple of plays. It wasn't a couple of passes when they were inside the 5, a couple of errant passes, but he did well, especially running the ball. I kind of forgot how athletic he was. So he really it looked weird seeing him in a Raiders uniform though.
Mm-hmm.
He got on the field. I'm just kind of like, that guy doesn't look like Derek Carr. Who was the last quarterback worth mentioning that wasn't Derek Carr? Like they were rocking Cardale Jones for a little while before Carr got there.
Who's before that?
They got the GOAT Nathan Peterman on the roster.
They do.
The GOAT.
The GOAT of interceptions.
I just loved watching some of those games. I remember when the Bills ended their playoff drought and they went out there and played the Jags. I think it was the Jags. Yep. Tyrod Taylor goes down with that concussion, and Nathan Peterman came in, immediately throws an interception. Bills fans couldn't even blink, and he already threw the game away. It was amazing. What a guy. But yeah, the Raiders didn't punch it in. They kick a field goal, and Justin Herbert goes down the field and runs it in himself and ends the game. I don't know. It's the Raiders. The Raiders need to beat the Dolphins this week, and then they need to win their Week 17 matchup, and they need the Dolphins to lose their Week 17 matchup. So basically, Raiders win out, Dolphins lose out. That's their only way in.
All right.
Which is probably not going to happen.
Probably not.
I got low expectations for these Raiders moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers season's already over, but kind of what I wrote about this past week was I was very excited for the Chargers to just let Justin Herbert loose.
Mm.
I just want them to let him throw it 40 times.
Yeah.
What do you got to lose? Just put the team on his back and let him just rip it. That's what I want to see happen these next 2 weeks. I want to see what you got. Yeah. We obviously, Justin Herbert's a very good quarterback. This dude's going to break the rookie passing touchdown record. I just want to see him light it up. I want him to instill confidence and leadership in this team, and I also want Anthony Lynn to get fired. So, Anthony Lynn needs to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got any thoughts on this game?
Well, I didn't remember much of the game until you started bringing it up.
I kind of reminded myself of it as we went through it.
Yeah, it was like, who played on Thursday? Because I'm like, there's just been so much football going on, and it's
a lot of craziness.
Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's like, how do you keep track?
Hey, it's true, absolutely.
But I mean, besides the Raiders losing, good for Marcus Mariota to at least play pretty well. With Derek Carr going out with the groin injury, I'm assuming. No way he was grabbing that leg. Seems pretty severe, but maybe it's a spark they need, Raiders. Maybe you never know what could happen in the next 2 weeks, but it's probably unlikely they make the playoffs because they're on the outside looking in because the wild card teams are kind of mostly set. It could. The Colts, Titans could flop. The Browns, Steelers could flop. That would be something. But Chargers, they gotta finish strong. You gotta see what you get what you can get out of Herbert. Really see what this team has. And maybe this is basically audition tape for the next head coach, because it can't be Anthony Lynn. It just can't.
No, you can't have that many losses the way they've. And it's not even just this year. This is with him being the head coach. The Chargers have had these kinds of terrible losses, like ever since he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of their one 12-4 season they had, which was amazing. But catch up on some comments.
There you go.
TJ, the Jets and the Cowboys won, so we can start talking about the championship for next year. Them boys, this is our year. I mean, if the Jaguars can win one more game and the Jets lose out and they do get Trevor Lawrence, then yes, we can start talking about the Jets going to the Super Bowl. That's fine. We can start talking about trying to be serious about that. That didn't pan out. I don't know what's up with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what their plan is.
Yeah, it's seems very in limbo.
It kind of feels like the Cowboys are just gonna they're just gonna wait for Dak Prescott to get back and just do it all over again. That's what it feels like they're gonna do.
Right.
It feels like what they have to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have all this money in this team, they can't just blow it up.
Right.
They have to ride it out and just see and just pray to God it clicks next season.
Yeah.
And he also congratulated you to your Bills.
Oh, thank you. Feels good.
And then Dos Primos. You're not too late for the bet payoff. We're not doing the pieing on camera because that's a terrible idea. I'm not going to
with audio equipment and electronics right in front of us. Yeah,
but we do have the videos ready to go. We will show you said videos once we're waiting for Brandon to come on, because we're gonna chill with Brandon and then show the videos. So whenever he gets on here, we can show the videos. But until then, they're going to wait on Dak and see how long before Jerry Jones hangs around. You mean die? Is that what you mean by hangs around? Because he ain't stepping down. That dude will die in that chair.
Oh, that's funny.
They're going to pan up to the box on a Week 13 matchup in 2027. And there's Jerry Jones. Is he moving? Can someone poke Jerry? Oh my God, he's dead. That's what he meant. Yeah, yep.
Oh.
Dude. Oh. But you can't even. The worst part about that is Jerry Jones will die and his kids will become the new owners. Mm-hmm. It's not even like they're going to be able to get a fresh start with a new family or new owner. It's just going to be more Jones.
Yeah.
God bless America, pretty much. All right, let's talk about your Bills. I know you're excited. Yeah. Ooh. I can't believe you guys let the Broncos score 19 points.
Yeah, me neither.
I was very disappointed.
Pathetic.
I mean, at this point, you might as well not even go to the playoffs.
Nope.
If you're going to allow 19 points to the Broncos, just hang it up.
That's just terrible.
Yeah. And you couldn't even drop 50. You couldn't get 2 more points.
Well, it should have been almost 70 of all those penalties that got called touchdowns back.
What was the one thing Josh Allen said? He's like, how many touchdowns
how many
do I need
do I got to score?
They're what, they were first and goal from the 30-yard line at one point.
Yep, that was one of them. So the first and goal from the 20, I think, was another time.
Yeah. A lot. If that's your takeaway for a negative, it's really the penalties in this game. But there's a lot of positives too. So I can let you take over for your Bills. Go for it.
All right. Well, I mean, besides the couple penalties in the red zone, it's just
the couple.
Well,
let's use the right terminology. Let's not play favorites here.
Handful.
A lot of penalties in the red zone.
Other than that, this offense it clicked. I feel like we saw a nice deep ball to Stephon Diggs on the sideline. If Allen leads him in a little on the inside more instead of the outside, Diggs is gone. That's a touchdown. Yeah, but it's still a great catch.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. That was my immediate thought, is because he had the defender beat by a couple yards and he missed the tackle, but Diggs kind of just like ran straight out of bounds
Yeah,
instead
it
of
was
down
at
the
it.
sideline. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, so that was good to see. It was good to see, Diggs get that touchdown. Oh wait, I think of the wrong game. I think. That's funny.
They're God.
I was thinking of this. Apparently, I thought he scored, but maybe it wasn't.
Who?
No, Diggs. No, it wasn't him. No, because Allen's passes were to Kumaro and Knox.
Oh yeah.
And then two, yep. And then, we had the Jerry Hughes fumble 6.
Oh, that was cool.
Which was awesome.
Good old Jerry. He's been around for like 50 years.
4 yards back and readjusts himself, gets himself ready to go, and then he just runs, former high school running back playing defensive end. So, he knows how to make guys miss. But yeah, it was just a great game. They even put Matt Barkley in at the end of the game. Let's just run a couple plays, run the clock down. Devin Singletary's like, nope, see ya. A 50-yard touchdown.
You gotta pad those stats, man. He's got things to do. He's trying to break records. He's got to make sure Zach Moss doesn't take his job.
Yeah. I mean,
run when it counts.
Moss had some good runs. The run game wasn't great, but it was steady enough to complement the passing game because his passing game is so running so well right now. And it's like, this is the team that I think really is the biggest threat to the Chiefs. I didn't want to believe it last week. Yeah, after they beat the Steelers, it's like it's just too much hype, but I think it really is. When you look at how the Chiefs played against the Saints, obviously we'll talk about that game in a little bit here. The Bills are just different than when they played them last time. And everything is just working so well for the Bills right now.
If the Bills played the Chiefs in week 16 and not week like 4 or 5, it would be a much different game. And it's not like the Bills lost bad to the Chiefs. That was a good game.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, besides,
I think that I would take the Bills next week if they played the Chiefs.
Yeah,
because the Chiefs haven't played that well down the stretch either. They've struggled the past couple weeks.
Yep, I 100% agree with that. But to take it from the Bills, let's look at the Broncos a little bit here. This was my kind of thought process: is the Broncos are like a jigsaw puzzle that you force together, and you think the picture still looks good. Because it doesn't.
It doesn't really go there, but you kind of just take a hammer and you're going to fit there if you want to or not.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I saw a lot of bad out of Drew Lock. I did not see a ton of good out of him, and the Broncos they need a lot of help on a lot of different areas for this team. It all looks good on paper, but in reality, it is not good.
A wide receiver didn't even have a catch until like deep into the second quarter.
Yeah, the Bills locked them down. Noah Fant had the one touchdown, and Noah Fant was, kind of Drew Lock's primary target, which, that's been a storyline a little bit for a while there. Throughout the seasons, he's the tight end quarterback relationship there has been pretty good. I think the biggest thing with Lock though is, he started playing well. He gets that swagger that he has. He's flaunting it around the field. As soon as he fumbles and Jerry Hughes runs for a touchdown, or he throws a pick or a drop pass that should have been a pick, he goes to the sideline and pouts like a little baby with his surface, looking at the plays. I'm like, that's not a leader. That's a guy who thinks he can play quarterback and occasionally does.
It's pretty rare occasion.
Right.
I mean, because what they talked about a lot during the game itself was Drew Lock just wants to take the deep shot. And that's what they built this offense to do. They drafted a track team of wide receivers. They tried copying the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. They have their very extremely poor man Travis Kelce and Noah Fant, like you talked about. And then they drafted a bunch of speedsters so they can throw the ball deep with Drew Lock. Well, the thing is, Drew Lock can't throw it as be accurate deep as people would like him to be in that organization. And if you ask him to, meticulously go down the field, he can't. He's too impatient. Yeah. He has the 5-yard gain, But instead of taking the 5-yard gain, he's chucking it into double coverage downfield, and he either gets intercepted or an incompletion, and they have to punt. That's how Drew Lock's built, and it's not going to work in the NFL.
Right.
TJ, he's been against Josh Allen for most of the year, but he's a pretty damn good quarterback. Yeah. Josh Allen is – I don't think he's pushed himself to the top of MVP list yet.
I agree.
But I think he's definitely closed the gap from where he was, through the third. He kind of dipped off third quarter of the year.
Yep.
But, man, recently, I think you have to at least talk about him.
Yeah.
He's a second coming of Cam Newton. Oh my! I thought you were talking about Josh Allen there for a minute.
No. Drew Lock.
Well, you have to at least go to a Super Bowl to be the second coming of Cam Newton. You have to have minor success.
You have to be one MVP in a Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah, so I don't even think Drew Lock is that. Hey, Cam Newton said he'd come back next year if he finds a team. If someone wants him, Cam Newton will play next year. I don't know who would want him after that. See
how that worked out this year for him.
Yeah, he'll be taking another $1 million contract. All right, we have Rapid Dave from Strega Beer ready to go. Are you ready?
What's up?
Oh,
I got my own intro. You look at him play my own intro music.
I was just going to clap, but that works too.
What's good, boys? How are we doing?
Fantastic.
Doing pretty well.
Can you hear me okay? Everything okay?
Yeah. I'm just admiring some of the stuff that's behind you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'll move my webcam if you want to see all the shit or stuff in here.
You can say shit. It's fine.
Okay.
Show me it all. I see that picture too. Was that Mass Daddy that sent those out to people?
Yeah, right there.
That's a cool. Yeah, Fortnite picture's cool.
Yeah, he got us his painting. It's on it's on canvas, man. That's legit.
Oh, nice.
Then I got our.
That's great.
All the pops, all the helmets. Yeah, you always see all that. Let me turn it around. We got TVs and stuff that we watch.
Oh, yeah, never seen that side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got a massive Jim Beam fantasy football, like old school board from like the 80s. And couch. Obviously, I keep a skeleton right there with a helmet on. It's junky right now. There's some stuff going on. It's busy, bro. It's busy. And then there's the Wheel of Death, and those are big ass paintings my wife had made for us. So
those are cool.
And there's my PC and everything. So yeah, it's all right. I like it.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I got Christmas lights.
I like them. I told you, man. It's all about lighting. I go, you can turn all that stuff off, and then all of a sudden you got a little bit of light. You're good. Trust me.
And I got this stuff. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It works. It works. Streaming is different than podcasting. You need bright lights and all this kind of stuff. I keep trying to actually bring it darker in here because the walls are gray. I put this brick up behind us to darken it up, but the table's still too light. I just need to darken up just a little bit more. I think I'd be happy with it. So, yeah, cheers.
We already painted this room once. I ain't doing it again.
I was like, man, I can't do that shit. I was like, I went to Home Depot and got these things for like $30. This is how much I hate painting. I paid $33 plus tax for each of these panels. It took 3. I had to cut them in the dark outside. I don't know. I was just doing it, man. I was like, I'm getting it done. And so it worked out okay. I got like electrical tape, as you can see right here. You see that?
Yeah.
That's electrical tape. I got some black.
Hey, it looks good.
I got some black chalk that I'm going to put there, but I just hadn't done it yet. So
I like the tape. It gives it a nice little aesthetic. That works for me.
I mean, hell, can you really tell it's tape? I don't know, man.
No, not really.
So
you can see the big, thick black line, but I don't care about that.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, because I wasn't going to get them too close. What's up, TJ? I got to ask you a question. What camera do you use for your shot right now?
What do I use?
Yeah.
I just bought a new one. It's a wide angle, some kind of camera from Nexigo, Nexigo.
I'll be honest, it's pretty HD. So
it's 1080p. It's a nice one. I don't know if I dig the wide shot though.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I like that.
Both
of
mine are
clear as day.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm looking for, some clarity. Mine are still just. I run at 60 frames per second, 1080p, but it's like I don't know how they look on the stream. Really, to be honest with you, because I never watched my own stream until after the fact. But like the Logic, I have 2 of them, and I don't know. It just don't seem to give me that crisp I'm looking for. So either my wife's going to get me a GoPro or I'm going to get a DSLR, but we'll see how that goes. So just want something extra. You know what I mean? I want the HD look.
And Durf's using the built-in on his Apple.
Yep, built on the MacBook.
Looks good.
On the newer ones, that's mine's right here. And if I wanted to use that, they say it's not bad at all. It's close to HD, but it's not. You can't grab 60 frames a second but it's good enough.
Yeah.
But hell yeah. I've done it before. But I want that. Yeah, see, I'm looking at mine. I'm looking at yours. I'm like, man, is that crisper than mine? I don't know, man. I don't know. But it looks like
maybe a touch.
I'm telling you, it looks
maybe
good. Looks real good.
It makes the lights look weird behind me. Other than that, I do like this camera a lot. You can barely see. Like, got the green mask over there.
Yeah. You should have seen when we first doing the test run for how the lights would look. I had the lights that I have in front of me. I had them on the sides. And it looked like balls of just the sun was on fire. I'm like, yeah. I didn't know anything about lighting. I just figured we need to put lights. So I got lights. I actually have the string lights going across. I've got the Christmas lights right now, obviously. And usually I have another light right here to create some depth. I've seen some YouTube videos. So
done your research. Did your research, eh?
I've looked into some things.
Yeah. I just love the strip lights. They were easy to put up and they look good.
I'm telling you, right?
They look good.
Appreciate y'all having me on. I've been a long time follower. It's the first time on, so I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, give us your follow age. No, I don't know.
Ooh, can you do that here?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if
you got these clowns that come into on Wednesday night. I think they're screwing around with us because they'll do the notify, they'll do the followage, supportage, and whatnot. What are you gonna do?
It's fine. At least they try. God bless their souls. So we did do a bet. The Rapid Dave, Alan, part-time nerd, they kind of Dos Primos too. They're sitting here saying, "What's up?"
Don't at me, bro. Don't ever at me because I got you.
It was kind of like a half-assed bet at first because me and Fred just agreed to take the over on 5.5 sacks of Russell Wilson. It's like, well, we don't have anyone taking the under. It's just going to be nothing happens if he doesn't get sacked more than 5.5 times. So naturally, I knew they were going to take it. That's why I went. Walk into the late night beer review with Strikeout Beer on Wednesday nights. Hey guys, just so you know, we're doing a bet. Any interest here? And it just happened to be the same night Ryan Francis over here eating 2 raw eggs. That was great.
We're always down for a bet.
That's how I knew. I just kind of knew like these guys are going to love this. So earlier today, we did the pies of the face. So I already got those videos primed and ready to go. Let's throw them out there real quick because Russell Wilson didn't even get sacked once. We'll do Fred first. Here we go.
Oh, God.
All right. Hey, everyone. Since Russell Wilson couldn't get sacked more than 5.5 times by the Washington football team, I am taking a pie to the face as promised.
Smile. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great.
I feel like she had some force behind that. She was ready to go.
Well, yeah. I mean, I pied her in the face back in the springtime for her class. So she's a teacher, so it was part of like a class kind of prize. If they did something, she would take a pie to the face. So I did it back in April. So clearly she was ready for revenge this time.
Oh my God.
She was ready for that.
See, I thought I was going to get live action. Like,
I'm sorry.
Right then and there. But it would have really disrupted the show. You know what I mean? Then you got
that's something you have to go get cleaned up. And yeah, that would have been an issue.
Okay.
We wanted to, but the logistics of it didn't really match up.
I was just about to say the same word. I go, the logistics could get in the way a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, my only thought was we could do it literally at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Right at the end. We do it, but my wife's in bed already. She doesn't stay up till 9 these days. So I got mine. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. Russell Wilson decided not to get sacked a bunch of times, or at all. Actually got sacked 0 times. Against one of the best defenses in football, or defensive lines. They got bad offensive line, and they just decided to play good football. So both my wife and my little baby girl are gonna pie me in the face. Okay.
Ready? Okay. You probably can't even see that.
I like the twist. She goes, and just kind of, but she's all playful.
Twist. Just really grind it into the beard hairs there. Get it up the nose a little bit. Yeah.
Jeez.
They had fun.
Was the cleanup process? You got a little bit longer beard. Durf, you still have a beard and facial hair and whatnot. What was the whole process?
I mean, I immediately just jumped in the shower. I mean,
Is that all it was?
That's all it was.
Yeah, you get the majority. I did it on the other side of the house, so the shower wasn't near. You wipe it off real quick, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna go shower. I'll be right back in 5 minutes.
Nice. I hear you.
Yeah, I actually did mine in the shower. I was standing in the shower. So once it was done, I kind of just turned to the side and just went whoop right off my face down into the shower.
I'll know better next time. That needs to be like in the kitchen or outside, out front or something. Because I know you're you're upstate New York, right?
Yeah, outside was option 1, but we were holding the baby, and we didn't want to get her all dressed up to go outside. That would have been another logistics problem. I don't know. It just
all I hear is problems and work throughs, workarounds with you. You know what I mean? You're not really a let's go do it kind of guy.
Hey,
I'm a grip it and rip it kind of fella.
It's still content. It's still content. I mean, look at all these guys. We got Mrs.
Repidave in the house.
Yeah, the missus. He's hot. He's absolute fire.
Oh, geez.
Cuz Alan coming in from YouTube.
Hey, what's up, Cuz Alan?
What's going on? Cut.
Nice. Hit that subscribe button, buddy.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got to floss. Let's not forget the floss.
Thank you, buddy.
Follow, like, observe, share, and subscribe. Made that up myself. I'm proud of that.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Not at all. Yeah, I'm like, be sure to floss. When I first heard, I go, these sons of bitches.
I thought of that in the middle of a show. We were just going, and I was like, that's pretty good.
It is. It's crazy. And I keep a notepad next to me, but I hardly ever write anything down. I just keep drinking. And so I forget half the stuff. Even when I'm about to stream, I'm like, I got a great poll and a great whatever for this show. Or it's going to be great. I don't write it down. Then I go and do something, come back, I'm like, oh, shit, what was that?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Constantly. It's like I'll think of something like that might be a funny TikTok or just something in general, and then I'm sitting here for the next half hour like, what was I just thinking about?
I know, right? I want to get on our TikToks only happen on Wednesdays at like 11 p.m. That's the only time you're going to get a TikTok from us. So
I didn't even know you were on TikTok.
Oh, man. I'm TikTok Dave, man. Haven't you heard?
I got to find you.
Yeah, no, it's Strikeout Beer. Oh, and then Rapid Day Stream has one on there. But yeah, it's kind of boring. But usually when we're after the show's done, I mean, there's no lie. Like when we tell you that we listen to Post Malone, Little Big, or
I've seen those videos on Facebook. Y'all just chilling out, like
we're sitting there singing full volume. My wife, she's a heavy sleeper, so she don't hear nothing. Doors shut. It's like midnight. The windows open out front. We're sitting there, got the music blasting.
God bless her soul.
It's a great time. It really is. I thank God I found podcasting, right? So it's been a lot of fun.
Hey, thank God I found all y'all.
Journey, right?
That journey we went on earlier in 2021 or in 2020, turned out to be a positive. It all worked out. Met some great people, obviously. So it's all up from here, right?
I mean, yeah, we're having a good time.
That's what they say.
There's an announcement coming up. I'm pretty sure the same announcement's coming from y'all. Looking forward to it, to be honest with you. We're not a sports podcast anymore. We were strictly sports and beer, fantasy football with the focus on that, but we dove really hard into the craft beer scene and the beer. So that's kind of how we're going to keep running it.
But whenever you think of sports, though, the thing that goes right next to it is beer. So it's like, why wouldn't you want something fun like that on just to talk about, mix it in there? Yeah, I hope that announcement comes out soon. But yeah, I think we're all on the same page with that. We'll see. Stay tuned.
I mean, hell, the 105.3, the Fan down here or whatever, they have a beer segment now. A sports national or radio station actually started doing beer reviews and stuff. I'm like, these sons of bitches. I was like, man, but that's how everything ties in, right? Craft beer thing blew up. What you got? Yeah,
and you throw it right there with sports, because that's literally the other side of sports. You got beer, food, and sports. That's what you got going on there. So that's smart for that radio station.
Yeah.
You got to squeeze your way in there. See if, throw your link at them. Be like, hey, your show kind of subpar. I don't know.
Alan's talked about it a couple times. He goes, this is what, man, we need to do this or this. I go, we can do this, but you understand that this is going to require more, commitment from you. Not just going up to my house at 6:30 on a Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it takes a little bit more effort.
Yeah, but you're not going to slot us in for a daytime show or whatever. Not to mention you work and I work, so people talk. Everybody's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to dive in full like that when it's people got you got lives outside of it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tough, but you want to dive into it. But guess what? I don't make $60K a year from my podcast, unfortunately.
There was a time where I was willing to do it. I was like, you know what? Let's go full bore. But then I was like, man, I like what we're doing. I don't want it to be a job. And that's where it fell into, let's just have fun on Wednesdays. He comes over here. We sit here and talk about life and everything else along the way. And it's just, that's what it's evolved to. This is our therapy time, if you want to call it that, where me and him talk. We never see each other face to face anymore. And we used to see each other every day. We still talk all throughout the day, obviously, but I'm cool with what it is, man. It's a good way to connect with other people. Just like you, streaming has brought in a whole new audience, podcasting, beer, sports, all this. We encompass so much, and it's really has worked out to meet a lot of genuinely good people. You've met some people that are there for themselves, but we've met a lot of genuinely good people. So that's one of the good things I'm happy for.
I mean, every business or any aspect of life has good people and bad people.
Yeah.
So you just have to sort them out and you're good to go.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily bad people, but they're just get there now, get here now, or whatever. And I'm like, bro, that's not what I'm about. That's not how I'm doing. All my streams on Facebook, most of them are for charity. And if they're not for charity, all the stars that I get go to charity. And then like with Strikeout Beer, all of November, any money that went to the beer fund went to the North Texas Food Bank. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we're about, and that's what we're going to do more of in 2021. So
yeah, that last one for the Mental Health Foundation, $200 went there.
My grandma came in and knocked that last 25 through the pop, and so technically went over because a buddy of mine already donated, but he somehow donated directly to the fund, and instead of that. But yeah, no, my grandmother saw it and she goes, "Oh, well, I'll help you," because she saw your post. I think you were like, "Hey, help these guys get to 200," and so she was like, "Oh, no problem." And so she just.
There you go, folks. That's why you got to floss. Part of flossing is sharing. He wouldn't have hit 200 if it wasn't for that share. So there you go. You're welcome. You got to I'm going to make it. I don't know. Is that a T-shirt idea? Is that
absolutely?
I feel like that's something we got to brand off of.
It's easy to do too.
Such a powerful statement.
It's just, you know what I mean. But now, if you start putting the little letters underneath of it, that could be create a problem. But send me what it means in our chat. I'll see if my wife can't work something up for you and slap you a shirt together and send it to you.
Look at that. Look at that. Recommended by 10 out of 10 podcasters. That's what we throw along with it. Regular floss or toothpaste say 9 out of 10 dentists. We just threw it up to 10 out of 10 podcasters recommend flossing.
Oh, hell yeah.
I tell you what, man, I'm a creative guy. I feel like I have the creative juices flowing. They're not going to toot my own horn here, but...
Oh, geez.
Fred's here just for the good looks. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's holding it down over there.
He's the brains and face of the operation.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, well, Alan's the talent. So I'm actually, if you ask him, he's the talent, and I'm the checkbook. So
okay,
yeah. Which is
if you ask him. Okay. What if I ask you?
Oh no, I'm just here, man. I've never claimed to be. The talent. I've never really, I'm just here. I just show up on Wednesdays and during the week, obviously for the streaming and whatnot. I don't know, man. It's just a great chemistry we have, just like you two, right? You guys get along. Mm-hmm. You guys you feed off of each other, can know when you read each other's cues and things like that. And that's what a lot of this goes back to. I've known Alan for 10 plus years now, and I'm seriously like best friends since like day one. I was like, who the hell is this guy? And then all of a sudden, we left each other's side, I swear to God, in 10 years, and it's been a lot. It's been a really good journey. And yeah, it's been fun. But yeah, he's the talent that he calls himself the talent. I don't know what I am.
No, you're the good looks.
Yeah, I mean, most people.
There's always talent and good looks. It has to go both ways. There's always got to be one or the other. So that only leaves one spot for you if he's the talent.
Yeah, I hear you.
You never seen two pretty best friends in the same room, so
I'm telling you, you always gotta keep that other root around you so that you kind of look a little bit better. And all of a sudden you're like a 8. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna kill me when he sees this, but yeah.
So I was gonna ask you at least something about football, but I have to let you know one thing. Me and Fred already talked about this. I had a beer last night, worst beer I've ever drank in my life.
Okay.
Just had to get this out of the way real quick. I don't know who it was from. I have the cans way across the room. It's too far away. It was a Goose-style sour ale made with coriander and sea salt. That's not even the worst part yet. It was 3% ABV.
Oh, okay.
It was literally like drinking spicy water. That's how I describe it.
Is it an in-state thing up there, or was it from a neighboring state?
I think it was local. I don't remember the name of the brewery, but I'm pretty sure it was at least in-state.
Some of these, like when we go up north to Oklahoma, they got like limits, and you'll find a 3.5% or something like that on a beer that's like brewed right there at the brewery type of thing. They have limits on what they can do for ABV. Now, I've noticed sours are a little bit less in the ABV category, and you do have
usually, yeah.
And you have these session beers. That's what they call them. So they're not like if they were normally an 8, they would bring them all the way down to a 4, just so you're able to drink, kind of more.
You don't kill yourself drinking one.
Yeah, buddy. But I mean, a sour is already kind of I need the bang for the buck on a sour, to be honest with you. The sour has got too much. And I've had a buddy explain it to me. He goes, what you're tasting is a little bit of the flavor, but most of the sour comes from once it hits your stomach or something. Like that's where the sour, it's in your gut. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, that's where, the back end comes back up. And it's sour. I don't like sours for the most part. I can give you a couple that I do like that are mass produced, like Bel Air out of Brooklyn. That's okay.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of Bel Air. All right.
Okay. I've had a couple from Brutal from down here in Texas, but for the most part, I don't really partake in the sours. They're just not one of my things. One, there's too much sweetness to it, but there's also just too much sour. Now, if like I love sours, like was it those Warhead things or the
oh god,
what's those little gummy guys that are sours?
Oh, the Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids. Mm-hmm. I like that kind of stuff, but when I'm having a beer, I don't really want it to kick me that much.
Right.
But there's a couple out there that I do like. But if I'm getting like 3%, I'm like, it better be pretty tasty if I'm drinking a 3.5% beer. But
yeah, you're right.
The lower the ABV, the lower the price. To be honest with you, so you're probably paying like 50 cents for a beer like that. To be honest.
And that was the thing. It was only made with coriander and sea salt. It's not
weird.
like it had a lot of flavor. It was like it was spicy. It was spicy water. It was.
I don't get the coriander.
No.
But yeah, we have a beer down here that's kind of like it's like a lager or something like that, but it's called Salty Ladies from Martin House Brewery. But it's too much salt, and you're right. It's like they made it with salt, so it's like just salty as S. I can't even drink it because it's like diving into the ocean and just pounding a bunch of that water.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no offense. Anybody like Smart House, I'm sorry about your luck. But
don't worry. They're not looking. They're not watching. Don't worry.
Dude, I'm telling you, that kind of stuff. I don't like these bit beers that people put out, and I don't like sours. So then when
you say mint beers?
Bit.
Oh,
B-I-T.
I thought you said mint. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, they're throwing every damn thing under the sun in there, trying to get you in to buy it. Like that pizza beer that Alan always complains about.
Oh, yeah.
That's the same damn company. And they had
you guys had that Jell-O beer the other time I was watching a while ago.
That wasn't bad.
Was it not?
It was lime Jell-O. So I was like,
get it out of the can?
I had to cut the fucking top off of it. Alan goes, no,
it's work for a beer. I don't even want it.
He's like, no, cut. I go, I'm not doing that. I'm cutting the top off of it. And so by the time I realized it was Jell-O, and they did another one, it was like Thanksgiving dinner or cranberry sauce or something like that. And I was like, dude, and we reached out to this brewery too. We were like, hey man, if you guys want to be on the show, because they've already posted several videos about having trouble and whatnot. I'm like, we're just a local podcast. We drink your beer. You want to come on and have a chat? And apparently they ghosted Alan. Well, there's nothing that pisses me off more than getting ghosted. So
wow,
they're on the do not ever get on the show list. So we don't even promote their beer anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if they're handing out Thanksgiving dinner beer, I don't think I want a part of that anyways.
They have some good beer too. That's the crazy part.
Oh,
but when you post a video saying you're not having a good, rough time and this and that, and you have a show that's willing to throw you on there and that has supported you.
Yeah, free publicity, man.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. But that's coming from a podcaster standpoint. Other than they might think we were going to throw some tough questions at them or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Why are you guys struggling? Why does your beer suck?
All right. Who can help?
What do they think you're going to ask?
Yeah, I don't know. But we've had like several cool guests on, and it's been a lot of laughs. There's some of these guys are really funny and they're entertaining. The worst thing you want on there is someone that's just kind of like, oh, well, we just I'm brewing beer, buddy.
Trying to ask a question, just like, I don't really know.
If you don't ever see my hand, you might catch it every so often, but my hand's going like this to Alan, and I keep it behind my computer, but I'm like, dude, we're done. I'm not going further.
You got to get this out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred, by the way, I guess this guy right here. Got to get this guy. Is that Miller Lite?
These beers keep flowing. I'm up to 8 right now. I'm about to hop back on, and I'm going to play some more Fortnite.
Some more Fortnite?
I'm killing it right now.
I jumped on one game of Fortnite today, and I won. So,
see, I got to get in those lobbies, man. You still have the bots where half your lobbies are bots, and
I'm getting 8-9 kills. Yeah,
and it's
easy.
It's just one. What's up, Ty? He only shows up when I'm in the middle of a podcast show or streaming. I swear to God,
he doesn't exist until you're live in front of a camera.
At 1:25, I swear to God, every day he walks in this door. He walks right in the door, and I'm like, "You son of a bitch! If you don't get out of here." Anyway, I'm coming loose whenever you want. I'm serious. Just throw me in the lobby or whatever.
Well, we got
Bengals, right?
I was at least going to ask you bare minimum about the Bengals, at least. I mean, you gotta feel good. I'm not going to lie. Last night, I watched maybe 2% of that game because I completely forgot it was even happening. I was playing video games last night, just chilling out, and then I got a notification saying Steelers down 24-17 with just over 2 minutes to go. I was like, oh my God, there's a football game on, and I need to tune in. So I watched the last 2 minutes of the game, but holy cow. You're the Bengals fan, so I won't bother diving into ripping the Steelers apart, but the Bengals season's obviously over. It's a watch. It's been over for a while.
Yep.
You got to have some high expectations or at least high hopes for the direction you're heading with Joe Burrow. I don't know what your feelings are on Zach Taylor. You can tell me about Zach Taylor because he's I've gotten a bad vibe from him from other Bengals fans, but the future doesn't look bad. T. Higgins, solid prospect.
I love
Burrow, obviously solid. Mm-hmm. It's looking not terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I think Joe Burrow is going to be out for a little bit longer than we think. I think that injury is a little bit more severe than what they said. They didn't necessarily compare it to like Alex Smith, but they compared it to someone else where it's going to be like he's not starting at the beginning of the season next year. But I'm more than happy with was it Finley, right? Yeah, I like Finley. Yeah. Young kid, he got his first win. He's feeling it. He was smiling all night, having a good time, controlling the ball, protecting the ball. The defense didn't look bad. Big Ben has looked a little old for a while, so he's starting to make mistakes. He's got a lot of problems with his receivers dropping the ball. But when was it Deontay Johnson that finally caught one and ran one in for a touchdown?
Yeah,
he's had the drops. So finally they're like, "Oh yeah, here we go." I'm like, "Ah, damn it!" I was like, we had it.
Here we go.
Yeah, they've been up, before, but they always lose, and they're not a second half team at all. But Gio all of a sudden wasn't fumbling. He ran 2 in. All I had to do was put him on my bench in fantasy. Guy's a stud. The guy's effing amazing. He had 2 touchdowns last night from what I remember. I called it a night because I'm bad luck. So I watch and then I don't watch. I'm like one of those guys. I'm real super.
You made it to the finals. We talked about you earlier in the show. You're in the finals for our podcast league.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Eat it.
We might have you on next week if you win it all. We got to figure out what we're doing for a trophy because we have no idea. We might brainstorm with you. We'll figure it out.
You know what? I might buy one of those championship belts. I think they're only like $35 or something like that. I'll buy one of those and then I'll hang it on the wall. I'll put it behind me so y'all have.
You can get it engraved and I'll send you some money. How's that sound?
I mean, you don't send me. I'll just get it and I'll throw it right here because I'll slap Alan with it every time he comes in here. I'll be like, "Hey, you little prick," you know what I mean? So. But no, I stopped watching. I watch football. We have the Sunday ticket. Alan has it, and I illegally downloaded it over here with him.
Okay.
And so I watch a lot of the games. My wife will hit him up and say, "Hey, you mind if we watch today?" Because she wants to watch it. She's big into. I got her into fantasy a couple of years ago, and dude, it is a whip and a half. And 5 minutes in, if she's down, she goes, "That's it. I'm losing today." I'm like, "There's 12 other games. I mean, let's." See, that's it. That's over. I'm like, shit. Let's go. Yeah. You want to go shopping? Let's go shopping somewhere. Let's get the hell out of the house.
Yeah,
Marshall.
Let's see what Target's got going on downtown here.
I'll go to Target for 2 hours just to get the hell out of the house. But it's always been a fun year, but this year's just kind of sucked for me. I've just a lot of stuff going on. But I mean, dude, I'm telling you, it's with her with fantasy. She caught on to where I felt like where I was like 2 years ago, and man, I lived and breathed fantasy. It was nonstop fantasy, and I think I'm in like 5 or 6 leagues this year. But like you just told me I'm in the championship, bro. I'm not. I don't even know about the other leagues. I haven't looked at it. I don't give a shit. I'm like,
just kind of there, set a lineup, and call it a day.
And that's what I do. You know, I go after some stuff. What is it? I'm trying to and bomb and gave up. This is first year ever. He just never played fantasy football.
I just had a bad year. I had a losing record in all of my leagues.
Really?
And the league that I pay $100 for to enter, I went 2-13 or something.
Nice.
Yeah, that was actually
the last 4 or 5 seasons, or games this season in our big league that pay $100 for, and it was just like I have the most points scored, and I have the most points scored against me.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. I don't mind it.
That's how it happens, though.
Yeah.
And then you'll have a middle of the road record just because everyone else had their best games against you.
Yeah. Even Allen, I think, scored like 220 points against me this week.
Good God.
I was like, after I hadn't been above $150 all year, all of a sudden there's 220 dropped on me. I go, I'll take it. I really don't care. As long
they
as
just got that one player that ran for 3 touchdowns this week. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Great.
It's crazy. So, but
did you watch any other football this weekend?
I sat down and seriously watched a lot. I grab a beer and kind of chill on the couch. I get up and move around. I try to do a lot of stuff, but I do catch a lot of it, and I catch a lot of Red Zone action because I like the guy. I like the announcer from the Red Zone. I like his voice. He's got a great voice.
That's what I do now. I just watch Red Zone. I love it. Is there anything that particularly caught your eye this past Sunday? Anything? The Rams lost to the Jets. That was a big deal.
I couldn't believe it.
That was.
Yeah. All I had to do was pick up Frank Gore and then drop his ass. I knew he was scoring a touchdown then. I was like, shit.
He ain't going to do nothing there.
Derrick Henry grabbed that dude and just threw his ass.
That was great. That's his third great stiff arm of the season.
Yeah. I think that's a lock. Every damn year, it's a great stiff arm from Derrick Henry. He's too big. He's too freaking big. He should be playing, linebacker, but somehow he's got ball handling skills, and this MFer is just killing people. He's played.
That'd be an interesting idea.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's right.
I don't know why they don't do it. No one plays both sides of the ball these days anymore. They should. Derrick Henry out there at a middle linebacker.
I wouldn't risk it. I mean, if he's your golden goose, my man, he is the guy. He's bigger than anybody else stepping on that field. He is faster than most of the skinny little backs running. And he's a monster. I mean, he's an absolute monster. Once they realize, we should just hand the ball off to this guy. They were still playing Deion Lewis, I think it was, like last year, a year before.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, no, we got don't worry about it. But it's like when they realize.
It's pretty easy pickings for Ryan Tannehill then, to doing the play action when you got 8 guys in the box trying to stop Derrick Henry. You got one-on-one matchups. It's easy pickings.
He's reviving Corey Davis's career.
Yeah.
1 week at a time. I'm an AJ Brown guy, so as long as he scores, I really don't care. But then Corey Davis always comes in for like an 84-yard touchdown or some crazy crap. Yeah.
I root for AJ Brown. I do. I like the guy, but he's the same draft class as DK Metcalf, and there's those people out there that say AJ Brown's better than DK Metcalf. It's like they're two specimens that are almost exactly the same. AJ Brown's a big dude. He's not quite as built like DK, but their stats are pretty similar. I don't know. I kind of that rivalry kind of fuels me. So I don't want AJ to succeed, but I like him at the same time.
Sheriff, what do you think? Who's better, DK Metcalf or AJ Brown?
I feel like I've seen more of DK's. I've seen more tape on DK. I like his
because
I like his style better than AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, AJ is definitely electric. I mean,
I love AJ.
He can make plenty. His one hand, I think it was last week's game.
Yeah,
he had that amazing one-handed touchdown catch, like right at the pylon. That was amazing. So the dude has plenty of talent, but I think he's just overshadowed by DK because they're from the same draft class, and he's on a team with Derrick Henry, so that doesn't help.
That's the problem, I think, because DK Metcalf is a massive man. I mean, he is a giant out there doing whatever he wants to do because he is a beast. And he's fast as hell. I'm telling you, he's like the Derrick Henry, right? He is a massive, fast guy that plays receiver, and Derrick Henry is a massive man that plays running back. And usually, when you're that big, you give up speed.
Right?
These dudes don't give up any seconds to anybody. He tracked down, what was it, a safety or cornerback? You know, that's what
I was going to bring up, the Buda Baker tackle.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he came out of left freaking field and caught that dude on. It got him all. It took him 80 yards to get there, but he got there.
He got there, and the best part is the Cardinals got 0 points out of that drive. I mean, people talk about the tackle because it's amazing. What makes it even better is the Cardinals went for it on 4th down to try and score a touchdown and didn't score. They scored 0 points because of that tackle.
They did it to save face, I think. They were like, we got to get points off of them. I'm like, dude, just kick a field goal.
Right. Just walk away.
Just walk away. Just say, hey, we got. It's no big deal.
Yeah, they still won the game, though. They're fine.
You can see the fear in that man's eyes. If DK Metcalf's running after me and I don't have a gun, I got some problems.
Yeah, Buda Baker was on the Dan Patrick show, I think a couple days after that. And Dan Patrick asked Buda, he's like, when you turned around and saw him like right there, like, what were you thinking? He says, I just tried to stiff arm him, and Dan started laughing, like, you're not stiff arming DK Metcalf. He's like, I had to try though, so I just stuck my arm out there and he took me down. Like, what are you thinking when you turn around and there's a guy 6 foot whatever, 240, all muscle, just barreling down the
I'll be honest, I would have ran out of bounds. But
walk away from the situation.
Freaking zagged or maybe ran a little bit off and got in the center, done something. But yeah, he was getting got, man. Dude, DK, I'm a massive fan of him. And most of the time I do draft a lot of Seattle players. You know, I love Lockett. I love DK Metcalf, Seattle, or Kurt Russell.
Oh, Lord. Little off.
I love the boy Russell. I love Carson, too. I don't really have a problem with that either. But
Carson kind of surprised me this year. He's not been bad. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, he stayed healthy, and that was what was key. I think he had a couple games out. Dallas came in, but was it Clyde or Hyde, Carlos Hyde?
Yeah,
he come in for a little bit. But I'm telling you, man, DK Metcalf is amazing. And when they compare him to other people, they're like, oh, you know, he's someone said something like he's the LeBron of something, whatever. I'm like, no, dude, put LeBron on the football field and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? LeBron's really good at sinking. He's throwing a ball through a hoop, right? With no one that's going to physically harm him at all because they all weigh 140 pounds. They're all 7 foot tall. DK Metcalf will run through everybody on that court.
You know, my highlights for DK, there was one, I don't remember what game it was, but DK, he was just running kind of like a quick slant, you know, and when you're in the slot and run a quick slant, you're going to get hit, whether it's the safety, the linebacker, someone's going to hit you. So DK is running that quick slant. Russell Wilson just tosses in there, perfect ball, but whoever it was, I think it was the safety, comes in and hits him, and DK does drop the ball, but DK doesn't move. The safety ran into DK, and the safety went down like he got hit by a truck. And DK just kind of, did something just hit me? Like, he did knock the ball out, but he just stood there. He got hit. Like, if that happened to any other wide receiver in the slot, like Edelman, he would have been killed by that hit. DK got hit and just, the dude's just built different.
Edelman's 5'8", man. DK's a Mack truck running through there. I don't know why. I know they have to go after him and try to take him down because they have to, right? That's their job.
Yeah, it's a business decision sometimes.
Hey, yeah, I'm going for the legs, knees, something like that. I'm not trying to catch him in that meat. Is what I'm. That dude's a massive man, but yeah, he's great to watch every week. He is a human highlight reel, just like AJ Brown. AJ Brown's fantastic to watch. DeAndre Hopkins is fantastic to watch. I think when they beat, was it Buffalo a couple weeks ago, or was it about a month ago? Durf probably knows about this.
When they lost to Buffalo?
When they lost to Buffalo?
Yep. Oh, no, they did. Because they do it to – no. They threw it to Diggs, did score a touchdown. And then Arizona got the ball back with like too much time, and they went all the way down the field.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Cardinals. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, bringing that up. Jeez.
Dude, I'm telling you. But you think about the receivers that are absolutely fantastic. And it's been another great year of football. There's not a whole lot of fans in the stands, and some of these states are restricted. But it's still like amazing to watch. Like Brandon Ayuk out of San Francisco or Deebo Samuel when he came back for like a week and a half. Yeah. These guys make amazing plays, and I'm glad football made it back this year, and I'm glad here we are because, yeah, I mean, these guys are amazing, to be honest. But, yeah, I mean, plays like that, they kind of stick with you. Like, it was a Brandon Ayuk. He caught a ball. He went down a sideline and hurtled over someone. Usually that's supposed to
the Eagles game. I remember that was a good one.
So, and hell, Alshon Jeffrey scored again this year. It's like all of a sudden he's a receiver again. I didn't know he's in a damn league.
Well, yeah, you can thank Carson Wentz for that.
I'm glad he's done, by the way. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of Eagles fans are.
I know, kidding, right? He's not. Look,
he's just not the same guy anymore.
He's not. Once these guys get hurt, there's nothing you can say about them because you paid them when they were healthy. Then they have like a catastrophic injury, and I use catastrophic because it's life changing. You'd never feel the same. All these couch potatoes that are at home telling you how much he sucks and all this kind of stuff, they never dealt with anything like that. Never, nor have they ever been a level of athlete as these guys have ever been. You know what I mean? I mean, he was a massive guy out of what's that big up in? Is it North Dakota?
Oh yeah, North Dakota State.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's a Division II school, but they're a massive. They bring it. And then all of a sudden they get hurt, and everybody's like, "Oh, this guy sucks." I'm like, "Yeah, he sucks now because he, either had an Achilles injury, a knee injury, this and that." I'm like, "How good is your fat ass going to move around if you have this?" Like that? I get out of bed and pull a muscle. I'm down for a long time just doing nothing.
Yeah, people forget, 2017 when he had that major injury. If he didn't get hurt, he would have been the MVP of that season. He was having the best season in the NFL. That's an undisputed fact. If you go back to that time before he got hurt, he was going to be the MVP of that season. He goes down
quick. People forget stuff. You know what I mean? People forget stuff. They move on. Then you had Nick Foles come in after he was hurt, and Big D Nick took him to a Super. I mean, that was magical. I was in on that, man. I was feeling it, right?
That's one of the best stories of the decade, the century of like the 2000s. Like that's just, you can't beat that. That was incredible. Maybe Josh Allen can create a new miracle.
He's doing all right. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how he holds up. But, this season's been great. But like I said, I really just watch the red zone. I can pick up on all that. So I get to see a lot of great plays because they'll go right to it. And but, yeah, I'm just glad to be a part of it. Just glad to see it. Report. I guess you want to call it report on it. Me and Alan just sharing stuff.
Discuss it, yeah.
I like having discussions about it.
That's what I like doing. I just like coming here every Tuesday and just – because the wife doesn't want to talk football with me.
Yeah.
I just get to come here and just be like, "Hey, Fred, let's talk about some football, man."
Yeah.
What's your opinions? I have this thought about the Panthers this past week. What you think? Yeah, that's what I enjoy about it. I mean,
I enjoy the show. You guys are really knocking out of the park. I love the chemistry. I love the show. It's super low key. It's not like just pound you in the face with like, "Hey, I'm done with ESPN. I'm done with Fox Sports. I'm done with a lot of other channels because I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I do like Stephen A. Smith, Screaming A. Smith, when he talks crap about the Cowboys. Big fan of that.
Yeah, very specific scenario. Yes. In general, I can't stand that, man.
Yeah.
When the Cowboys lose and he just kind of makes those Instagram videos of him laughing for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. That's funny.
But yeah, Max Kellerman, he's out there too. So, but I like the low key shows. I like, you get a perspective from someone else that hasn't already bought in. Now, you guys are obviously biased to your own teams, but you do kind of.
Oh, I hate my own team. I hate the Seahawks. They're the worst
thing, right? Like when Alan asked me about the Seattle, I'm like, "You're gonna lose, but I don't know what you want." But he's in the other side. He's in the now. He goes, "No, we're gonna win. We're gonna win every."
Gonna be 16-0 by the end of it. Tell you what,
it sucked, but yeah. So y'all keep up the good work, man. I really enjoy it. But yeah, like I always ask you, like, what time's the show? Because I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, the memory's going. I hit notify on here so I can see the alert, and I pop on and check you guys out because you guys are doing good work.
Well, so is Strikeout Beer doing amazing stuff over there. You got Part-Time Nerd with Alan doing amazing stuff, and you got Rapid Dave Streams doing absolutely amazing stuff. I mean,
trying to do some good for the community.
And when you're, feel free to just throw all the tags in the comments as well. Just
you already covered it all, man.
Do whatever you want. You can tag whatever you want. You can post whatever you want. So, but I appreciate you coming on. This was my expectation. I didn't even make an agenda for our talk. Whatever we wanted to talk about, whatever came up as a discussion point, just talk about it. I knew we would be fine. I didn't even bother making an agenda for this.
I usually let her rip, man.
Let her rip.
When people come on or whatever, I'm like, we have a couple of questions in case it gets stale, but generally, if we're flowing, if we're vibing or whatever, that you don't have to worry about it. You can pop another question on there, just be like, hey, like you asked me about the Bengals, and it's like, Bengals suck, but we're trying. I'm kind of hyped. I'm glad we beat the Steelers because them.
Yeah, you feel good. It feels good. You got to get that one good win in the season. You got a quarterback. You got things to lean on for next season at least.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. Yeah. Never know. All right. Well, thanks for coming on again, man. Rapid Dave Streams, Strikeout Beer, Part-Time Nerd, all of it. Just whatever. All of it. Just go follow all of it, like all of it, notify all of it. Floss, follow, like, share, subscribe. Oh, God. Observe.
Kick me out later.
Do it. Good God. That was fun. He's a good guy. Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Love him. All right. So since we're already at a minute 37, you want to do some predictions?
Yeah. Let's pick some games.
For those that wanted recaps of last week. Hey, if you want your recap, here's your recap of week 15. Packers beat the Panthers in a close game that shouldn't have been that close. Packers sucked in the second half. Cowboys beat the 49ers. 49ers laid an egg. The Cowboys decided to be good at football again for some reason. The Seahawks ended up making this a lot harder than they had to be with a 20-15 win over the Washington football team. Yeah, actually, Fred put in here, if Alex Smith was playing, the football team probably would have won. And they would have been more interesting. I think they would have won. Yeah, 100%. The Bears beat the Vikings in a shocker. The Bears are still in the playoff race. Don't ask me how. They just are. The Dolphins beat the Patriots. Okay, the Ravens beat the Jaguars. That happened. The Buccaneers beat the Falcons. The Falcons were up 17-0. 17-0. And the Tom Brady led team once again came back and defeated the Falcons when they shouldn't have won. So that's absolutely hilarious. The Titans beat down the Lions naturally. The Colts beat the Texans naturally. The Cardinals beat the Eagles barely. Jalen Hurts, he did his best. He deserves to be the starter of this team moving forward for the rest of the time. The Jets.
It just doesn't even sound right to say.
The Jets beat the Rams, and it wasn't even close. If you watched this game, this wasn't a game.
Right.
To be completely honest, like the Jets were in control of this game pretty much the entire time. The Chiefs beat the Saints. Both teams looked bad, to be completely fair. The Chiefs and the Saints both looked kind of rough, but Chiefs come out on top. Browns beat the Giants. Okay. And the Bengals beat the Steelers. We talked about that. And Rapid Dave says he wants to pick games. You have the link. Just come back. Just come back. We'll all pick games.
Yeah.
We got another couple minutes here. We got 15, 20 minutes to kill. We have enough time. Get on here. Yeah, Dos Primos, get back on here. Come on. Let's go. Come on. You got the link. Because I think we agree on most of these games again.
I think so.
There was a couple.
I think 2.
I think 2, because I just fixed one of them because I spelt it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we got 2. Nah, y'all got it. Okay. He's done with us. Maybe. He's like, I'll just sit back and enjoy it. Send the link to Jay and I'll join. You send the link to Jay. I'm in the middle of a show. I can't. I got other stuff to do. Rapid Dave. I can't just sit here and send links to people. What do you? We went 11-5 last week.
Yeah.
Both of us. Okay.
Yeah, because I took the Bears and you took the Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
So the games we disagreed on, we split.
Oh, naturally. And then we got Ears and Fire in the chat from Brandon. Old Davey Boy's feeling it tonight. So we still have the same record. We're still tied.
Yep.
133 plus 15 is 148.
Why plus?
Oh, 148 148 and 77 and 1 is our record.
Why plus 15?
Plus 11. So 144, sorry. 140. I was mixing 11 and 5.
Yep. Yeah.
Did I sound drunk? You actually sounded sober as could be.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Just sending the link now. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to have Jay in here from Dos Primos podcast here momentarily to pick some games.
All right.
This podcast is not planned by any means. It's never planned.
There really isn't any Durst Doppler to speak either.
Yeah, I was looking at that. A lot of dome games, a lot of good weather.
Yeah.
The Bills game is your one issue.
That's the only one I'm seeing, yeah.
But it's still not, I mean, it's against the Patriots, though.
Right. Like it's, so you run the ball a little more. What do you do?
Whoop-de-doo. I think you'll still be fine. Oh, God. Oh,
man, I was waiting. I said, hey, man, come on, tell me backstage. I'm gonna
Rapid effing Dave is back.
I gotta get a couple more beers. I sent the link to Jay though, for real.
Okay, so we're gonna wait for him, and then we're gonna make picks.
Yeah, there you go. Stall a little bit longer. Stall.
Oh, stalling is what I do. I got a berry sneaky fruited sour ale.
Ooh,
from Hamburg Brewing Company, which I think Hamburg's in New York, right, Fred?
Yeah, it's other side of Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's a sour beer that has blackberry, blueberry, boysenberry, cranberry, raspberry, and strawberry in it.
Man, you need to kick me off. I got to go get another drink. I'm going to go get me another. You know what? I'll go get one of my cool beers. How about that?
Oh, he's going to get a cool beer. Let's go let him go get a cool beer. Maybe he's going to get a cool beer. He's still sitting there talking. We don't know what we're doing.
Oh.
The people that listen to this podcast,
they're probably confused.
Those who listen to it on like iTunes or something, they're like, what in the god dang am I listening to? These people suck. Are we supposed to get snow for Christmas up here? I've been hearing a lot of bad things.
I've heard yes and no. So I've been kind of keeping track of it a little bit because, I want a white Christmas. I want some snow on the ground.
Everyone does. Who doesn't want
that? That's a Christmas essential.
Yeah.
And I did hear on the radio today that it is considered a white Christmas if there is at least 1 inch of snow on the ground at 7 a.m. on Christmas Day.
That is extremely specific.
So if there's snow on the ground at 7 a.m., it is considered a white Christmas. Or, any time of the day. But if I
don't need the scientific reason for a white Christmas. I just want snow on the ground. What would you consider a white Christmas?
A lot of cocaine. I want
so in your opinion, that makes Scarface a Christmas movie.
Yeah, no, I want, I ask for a white Christmas every year. I want snow on the ground and, that kind of stuff. I got it 1 year. I got it one friggin' year in the last 20 years.
I mean, that's gotta be tough down in Texas.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe it happened. It was fantastic.
It's a big year.
Yeah, I was pretty excited.
We haven't had white Christmas in the past couple of years.
What?
It's been rough around here.
It's been a little rough, yeah.
It's global warming, man. We get all of our snow in like January, February.
Yeah, we get more then, I guess. If I had to,
it's getting weird.
I guess when you're asking for a white Christmas, you're definitely up north or towards the Rockies, maybe some near some high elevation or something like that.
Yeah, if you went up into like the Adirondacks or something more upstate New York, you're getting snow for sure. Yeah, where we live, it's a little bit tougher to get snow. We're closer to the lake. We're not really in a snow belt where we are.
You catch any of that? Was it that? What's it called when the cold weather hits a lake or something like that? Nor'easter?
No, that lake. Yeah, nor'easters are the big ones, and they got lake effect snow.
Yeah,
lake effect. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, this one I'm drinking.
They're both nasty. What is that? A sloth? What is it? Sluggish
bone?
Oh, it's a triple. It's a tippa. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Hell, good luck with that.
So this company, they all have all their can art is custom. They have an artist or whatever.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's my favorite brewery. So it's real murky. There's some stuff floating around in there for sure.
Nice and hazy.
Oh, it's hazy as hell.
I like that.
So I guess Jay's not coming, man. I sent him the invite, bud.
He can pick once he gets here. All right, we got 14 minutes to knock this out.
Let's do it, man.
All right, we got Friday football. We got Christmas football. Vikings at the Saints. The guest can go first after he drinks his beer.
Are we doing points or are we just doing wins?
We're just doing wins.
Is it bad that I want the Vikings to win? God, I hate the Saints.
Well, there's a big difference between want and who does.
Are they? Who's at home?
The Saints are home. This is in a dome.
They'll figure it out. Saints will figure it out. They're not that great, but they'll figure it out.
Durf, this will be our order. We'll go Rapid Dave, Durf, and I'll bring up the rear with something.
Well, that was chunky.
I'm going with the Saints. The Vikings are intriguing, but the Saints have played terrible against the Chiefs, but I think they're going to get back into a rhythm with Drew Brees this week. So, Saints it is. Yeah,
I think Drew Brees knocked off some rust come the second half, and it kind of closed the gap on that game. Yep. If this was the first round of the playoffs, then I would take the Vikings, but since it's still a regular season, I'll take the Saints. The Bucks at the Lions, Saturday football at 1 p.m. Bucks at Lions.
I mean, it's the Bucks, right? Like, Lions suck.
I mean, what would you think Alan would say?
He's not going to bet the Lions either. He's going to take and he hopes that the Lions win. And he goes, every time he picks the Lions, they lose and whatever. I was like, Tom Brady could play this game left-handed and still beat the Lions. They suck.
Yeah, it's probably not a lie.
The Lions.
No lies detected.
No.
Bucks should have a good day.
And they're still in a dome too, so it's not like Tom Brady's playing out in the weather or anything, which he can do still. He was played in New England for 20 years, so he'll be fine. I'll take the Bucks too. 49ers at the Cardinals is our it's on Amazon
Prime Video.
49ers at Cardinals on Amazon Prime.
I think and Twitch. Yeah.
On Twitch, don't they? Yeah.
That's fun.
Who's home? Oh, wait. They don't play at home anyways.
Well, actually, they're both at home because they both play in Arizona these days.
Right. I'm going to take the Niners, I think.
Oh,
it's
damn.
Really? Opinion, but the Cardinals just suck. But the San Fran sucks too, but I don't know.
You think they suck less?
Give me the Niners.
All right. I should be writing this down. I'm going to make another column here. Fred, go ahead and make your pick while I try and make a new column.
Okay. I'm thinking Cardinals here. I think if you look at the 49ers offense versus the Cardinals offense, I'm probably taking the Cardinals offense over the 49ers. The defense is kind of up in the air, but I'm thinking Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't love the Cardinals, but the 49ers are still just dealing with a million injuries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to think Kyler Murray makes one extra play. If it comes down to one play, Kyler Murray makes the play and CJ Beathard doesn't. So
right.
I'm going to rock with that.
Oh, wait, CJ Beathard's the quarterback? I thought it was the other dude, Mullins.
Mullins is out for the rest of the season with an elbow injury.
I changed my pick.
Oh, so that was it right there.
Mullins is the game breaker.
Okay, that's the game breaker. All right, so we're back to the Cardinals.
Sorry about that.
Well, that's fine. You can't expect everyone to know everything about football. It's a tough ask.
Yeah.
Me and Fred, we're just on top of it 24/7 because we live for nothing else. That's
I got you. You're not your stream right now, pal.
The Dolphins at the Raiders is the Saturday night game. Dolphins at the Raiders. This is the Raiders' playoffs hopes. That's what this game comes down to. So,
but they do have Mariota in quarterback. Mr. Carr went down with a growing injury. He's not going to recover after a week. I'd love to see Mariota definitely take them further, but I like Miami, right? I mean, it's Miami. I do. I'm now a Vegas Raiders fan, but I like Miami.
Yeah, I mean, I like Miami too. The way they played the Patriots, it started out a little rough. Tua's still growing, but we saw what Herbert did against the Raiders last week. So
Tua's only like 5'8", so hopefully he's still growing. Sorry.
But
go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think Mariota's going to have the game that he had against the Chargers defense against the Dolphins defense for sure.
Yeah, Dolphins defense I think is still top 5. If they're not top 5, they're at least top 8. They're somewhere up there. Dolphins defense is real. They forced 3 interceptions from Patrick Mahomes. A lot of them were deflections, but still, they were still interceptions. Right. I'm going to go ahead and take the Dolphins there too. Colts at the Steelers. Our first Sunday game.
Even though I don't like the 10-man Mr. River Phillips, call him the River Phillips band, they have to get on track. The Colts have an amazing defense. They're top tier defense. Give me the Steelers.
Are you being serious?
I'm serious. They're gonna right that ship.
Game.
They're gonna right that ship. They're not gonna lose 4 in a row. Who loses 4 effing games in a row, bro?
Dirt old quarterback versus dirt old quarterback. This is gonna be great.
It's about all defenses.
This is quality football.
I tell you what, though, they have a great offense. Their offensive line is pretty good. Like the Colts, I'm really selling the other way. They got a great run game. But yeah, I just got to going with the odds, right? When you're in Vegas, you're like, oh, this number already hit like 5 times in a row. I got to pick the other number or other color. So
that's a fair point. The Bengals lost a lot in a row. They were due. The Jets lost a lot in a row. They were due.
This week the Steelers get their win.
Derv?
I don't think the Steelers make a bounce. I don't think they right the ship here. I think they are falling apart. Teams have figured them out. And this Colts defense is just getting more in tune for the rest of the season. And Philip Rivers is he does enough. T.Y. Hilton's been kind of going off a little bit. Jonathan Taylor's kind of getting into his groove, like we expected him to be at the beginning of the season. Colts.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor was my big takeaway here. If the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is going to let Giovanni Bernard run for 90 yards and a touchdown,
2
I think wasn't one passing.
I mean, what the hell's the difference? He ran through a bunch of people to get there.
All right. I'll give you 2. But yeah, if Giovanni Bernard is going to be able to do that, I think Jonathan Taylor, the way he's been playing recently, and even if Jonathan Taylor doesn't play that well, you still have Naheem Hines. He's playing amazing too. So yeah, give me the Colts.
And Wilkins ain't bad.
Yeah, he's not terrible, I guess. He's pretty good.
That's a tough game to pick. I mean, it's not to a lot of people, but as they see it, but I really do think that Rivers would be a lot better not starting. I'm not saying give it to Brissett immediately, but I'm saying it's time to bench these old guys, man. It's time to put them out. Just say
take them out back and.
Why didn't you draft another quarterback? Why don't you have another quarterback around? That type of thing. That's where you see these teams that are struggling. You watch Phillips throw the ball. Watch Roethlisberger throw the ball. It's not there anymore. They're not Tom Brady. Tom Brady still got it a little bit, and because he does a lot of strength training, resistance training.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These guys don't do that. They look like the 10-man out there running around. It's actually I feel bad for them. They're like my age, right? You guys are young. I'm old as hell. I can't imagine running around like that.
I'm. If you consider me young, yeah, I still can't imagine myself running around like they do. That looks hard. I don't want to do that. I can barely walk. I can't walk across the room to grab my beer can to see what brewery it came from. I can't go out there and do what they do. Falcons at the Chiefs. Speaking of another team that should have drafted a quarterback this last offseason, the Falcons at the Chiefs.
These old, the Chiefs, the chefs all the way. Yeah, Falcons, they hang in games as long as they can. They take advantage of a lot of mistakes somehow. But, yeah, Chiefs, it's the chefs for sure.
Yeah, Chiefs should have a good day here. Falcons might keep it close.
Chiefs
for sure.
Who's that guy that's always in your streams?
Oh, Billy Joe.
Billy Joe.
Yeah, him and Old School from Kansas City. I've noticed one thing about the Chiefs. They let off the throttle.
Mm-hmm.
And they full throttle for the first half, maybe if they have to in the third quarter, but then they let off, man. And that's how a lot of these, say like college basketball, right? Where they stop playing aggressive and then all of a sudden hell breaks loose. A little bit different than football, but dude, all of a sudden they're like, well, what the hell happened? And then they have to amp it up again. And sometimes it's not there.
Well, hey, talk about taking the throttle off. The Falcons do that quite a bit. Maybe even in a Super Bowl they might do something like that. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. I'm just spitballing here.
But they put up like 45 points. I think when the Cowboys beat them that one time because they didn't know how to field a freaking onside kick, they already put up 40 freaking points. Yeah. You put up 40 points, you win the game. But you'd
like to think.
God bless it. Oh, boy.
Bears at the Jaguars.
God, the Jags suck
so bad. Tough one. This is a tough pick, I think.
Nah, give me the Bears. The Jags are dead. Just shoot them already because they don't want to play anymore.
They have the first overall pick. They're done.
They're
happy. They've accomplished everything.
They're so bad. I don't know why they're so bad. They even put Minshew back in, and all of a sudden the stash ain't working. Nothing's working.
Well, I don't think he's as good as people want him to be.
He ain't bad.
He's a fun guy, and he makes a couple plays here and there, but I don't think he's as good as people think.
Boy,
I love him to death, but I don't think he's a franchise quarterback.
I'll take the Bears for sure.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bears. I think that defense just gets into form even more and just makes that push. And the Jaguars are just going to struggle. James Robinson is questionable this week. It's going to be I think it's going to be lopsided.
Yeah, the only reason I'm taking the Bears is because Robinson is questionable. He got a little banged up. Even if he does play, he's not going to be 100%. So, unfortunately, I'll take the Bears, who are still in the playoff race. I don't know why.
Everybody in the NFC East is still in the playoff race.
That's the funniest thing because if you go to ESPN,
I didn't mean to rip this Band-Aid off. Sorry.
Let me see if I can do this real quick. This is about to look real stupid. So if you look at this, you know how all the people that there's eliminations down here with the teams with the worst records, right? For the AFC. If you go down to the NFC, you got eliminated. Oh, that guy hasn't been eliminated at 5-9. Eliminated. Oh, 5-9, 4-9-1, not eliminated, and then eliminated. Their records are so bad they should be eliminated, but just because they're in the NFC East, they're still in this race somehow, some way.
It's crazy. It
just looks funny. That's just sad.
I do hope Washington makes it to the playoffs.
Me too.
I've also kind of hoped that I don't want to deal with too many Cowboy fans, but I hope they kind of make it to like the Super Bowl because they'll just ditch Zeke, ditch Dak, and they'll just move on. Something else. Because right now they're already paying Zeke too much, and Dak wants like $40 million a year for nothing.
TJ actually messaged me yesterday just on the side. He just sent me a message. He's like, do you think the Cowboys keep Zeke? The Cowboys have Zeke signed through 2026.
He gone.
Like, what do you want the Cowboys to do with that money?
He's going to Jets.
Who's taking that contract? Yeah, the Jets might take that contract. They could. If they draft a quarterback, they draft a rookie quarterback, they'll have plenty of money. Yeah. The Bengals at the Texans. Here we go. This will be a fun one. Bengals at the Texans.
That's a pick 'em for sure.
Yeah.
Texans, there's no way Bengals are winning 2 in a row, Texans.
Just strictly. All right.
That's a good game, though. That might be a pretty good game to watch, like low scoring, like lame as shit. But
it's something no one wants to watch. But if the Texans lose it, Deshaun Watson's sick of losing. You can see it on his face. He is pissed.
He's not the only one. You can't push the blame on everybody else. There's a lot of that blame coming right back on him.
Yeah.
The decisions he's making, and also he's got a tough offensive line. They have some issues. They have injuries and things like that.
If only they had a wide receiver like DeAndre Hopkins or something, that would help him a lot.
Yeah,
just spitballing. Fred, what do you got? You taking Texans?
Yeah, taking the Texans.
All right. Yeah, me too. Just for the sake that the Bengals don't win 2 in a row. The Giants at the Ravens.
That could be a good game, but yeah, the Ravens should win. They should take care of business.
Yeah. I think the Giants have been just shooken up, it seems like, since the Cardinals game. So, and the Ravens are, they're I guess they're figuring it out. That they're the regular season champions. Because they don't win in the postseason, but they'll win this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm absolutely sick of hearing it. If one more person says it, I'm going to kill him. If someone says no one wants to see the Ravens in the playoffs right now. If I hear someone say that one more time,
who says that?
Everybody.
kind of antichrist people are you talking to?
Every single person on ESPN, even Dan Patrick said it. Rich Eisen, every single person I watch has said you don't want to see the Ravens in the playoffs right now.
Watch them. They're going to get squirrely, man. I think they're saying it from a different standpoint, like they don't want to see them because they're going to roll someone. The defense is getting better. The offense is clicking. All of a sudden, hey, Lamar Jackson took a big old deuce, and all of a sudden he's just wheeling the ball around the yard. And he's looking quicker. He looks good. He really does look good. I want to see these top-tier teams in the playoffs. That's what makes like December football so fun and January football so fun. They go up against the Chiefs again, or they go up against like the Titans or something like that. I mean, you got some good stuff to see. It's gonna be fun.
So we're all taking the Ravens for this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The
Giants suck. Poor Saquon.
Lizzie's gonna come in here and it's like, yeah, no, go Giants. I'm like, no, they suck. Hey, bad. They're better than I thought they would be this year.
Browns at the Jets.
Y'all pick every game.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We normally don't talk about every game. We just kind of try and fly through the easy ones like the Browns at the Jets. But
man, not after that week. I'd have to say the Browns just because the Browns are better than the Jets. But the Jets aren't bad. I've said it for a long time. They make bad decisions. They got a terrible coach. I have to.
Browns.
Yeah, I think you said Browns are better than Jets. I think the Browns are better than the Rams. The Rams have those weeks though. If you
Rams are better than the Browns.
I watch the Rams obviously very closely. Obviously, the Rams can look like a Super Bowl team one week and then the next week lose to the Jets. That's just who they are as a franchise. That's what they've done. So maybe they. If the Rams show up next week against the Seahawks and drop 40, I won't be surprised. I'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. But then, they lost to the Jets. I don't think the Jets are a good team. I just think they caught the Rams on a bad week. The Panthers at the Washington football team.
Football team.
Whew, spicy.
That's not that
nice.
Team.
Yeah, football team.
Wow, you guys are confident. I'm taking the Panthers.
Yeah, that's why we do spreads on our show. If you ever tune in, we do spreads.
What show is it?
Because we don't like the heads up. Some of them are lopsided, but I'll be honest, man. I feel pretty good about Washington has a good defense. They have a good offensive line. You can see some stuff. Check it out.
I think the Panthers' young defense has slept on a little bit. I don't think they're good as Washington, but I trust the ball in Teddy Bridgewater's hands more than Dwayne Haskins' hands. If you're going to even out the defenses and just look at the offense, Panthers got that all day.
Is he starting this week? Because I heard he got caught in a strip club. And think about bitch his ass.
We talked about that earlier in the show. There's no one to replace him. Alex Smith is questionable still. Kyle Allen's out for the year, and the only other backup is some guy I've literally never heard of. I don't even remember his name. We just talked about him an hour ago. I don't know what his name is.
Put Alex Smith in, and then the backup punter. I'll give him Overwatch or Carolina.
So if Haskins doesn't play, then I'll take Washington football team. If Haskins starts, I'm keeping the Panthers. I'll put that in there. If Alex Smith plays, I'll switch. But
Haskins is about to hang it on him.
Oh God,
he's got to earn his job.
Right.
His ass is gone.
All right, I think his ass is already gone, but that's fine.
Get his ass out of here.
Broncos at the Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah.
I heard you just wanted picks. I didn't want to bog the show down anymore, but yeah, Chargers.
we're over our 2 hours. That's kind of what we do sometimes.
Defense is kind of sus, but I love all the offensive weapons he has. The guy's going to throw like 3 or 4 touchdowns. As long as Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler are all healthy, it should be a good show.
Definitely, yeah. I don't think the Broncos are coming back from that loss to the Bills anytime soon. So the Chargers are just gonna go into town, or let the Broncos come into town and take the W.
At least Melvin Gordon gets to come back to town, see his old team. That's kind of fun.
Oh, there you go.
It's a cool little, hey, how you doing? But yeah, they're still gonna lose. Yeah, Chargers all day. The Eagles at the Cowboys, little division matchup here. This might eliminate either team. This probably could eliminate one of these teams, whoever loses, I would guess.
Cowboys play terrible at home. Tua, it's Tua, right? That's who's under center. Is it Tua or is it the other guy? What's the other guy?
Jalen Hurts for the Eagles.
Jalen and Tua, I get very confused.
They're both short and squirrely.
Man, this might be a really good game.
I think so too.
God, if I pick the Cowboys, then it sounds like I'm like special needs. If I pick Philly, I sound like I'm special needs. I don't know, man.
No one wants to pick either of these teams ever, but this is what it comes down to.
But you guys are making tough decisions for the world. You know what I mean? You guys are out here in the trenches every week. Man, give me Philly. Give me Philly. They need it. They got to have it. Can't live without it.
Can't live. Yeah, neither one of these teams can't live without the win. I'm pretty sure. I haven't read into the eliminations for Week 16, but I'm pretty sure whoever loses this game,
they're out.
Is done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think the Eagles, they had a good game against the Cardinals last week. I think they're going to have just as good of a game against the Cowboys.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts has just brought another spark to this team. Love it.
A good team. So
Eagles it is. Let's see here. We got the Rams at the Seahawks. Mild chance of rain.
Hawks.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This is the time of year where the Seahawks really don't drop a lot of games. And I say that, and last year they dropped a game to win the division to the 49ers. But, I'm going to take the Seahawks here. And last but not least, there is one more, I think, right? I just can't see it.
There's two.
The Titans at the Packers, Sunday Night Football.
Go Pack, go. I mean, I can give you a list of reasons, but yeah, give me the Packers.
Nice. Yeah, it was a toss-up for me, but I feel better with the Packers.
It's going to be close. It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be snowing. It's at Lambeau. Give me Derrick Henry to pound the rock against these Packers. I'm taking the Titans.
I hope he freezes up. That's the only thing I'm waiting on because I think A-Rod's going to throw for like 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, Adams is going to get a couple of touchdowns. Lazard might get in the mix. I mean, MVS might catch a crazy one. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough going against Derrick Henry. But I mean,
it's going to be a good game. I'm tuning into this one all 4 quarters. This is going to be good.
I love the snow. Love the cold when it comes to football. Oh my God, it's going to be fantastic.
All right, so far we got me and Fred got at least 2 different picks again. So maybe we split them. We'll see what happens. Someone has to win this daggone pick race. So you're taking the Packers. Go Pack, go. And last but not least, the Bills at the Patriots.
Yeah, it's the Bills. Patriots they're done. They had a rough season. Everybody wanted to know if it was Belichick or was it Brady. I think it's obviously a combination of both. Cam Newton is not that great. He's been benched already a couple times this year. But yeah, the Bills need to keep going. They got to take this momentum into the playoffs. Yeah, Bills.
Yeah, do I even have to say anything different? Bills.
Don't even bother.
Double digits. I mean, they're going to hang probably 10 or more on them.
Hey, Bill Belichick gives the Bills trouble when they come to New England.
He does.
I'll tell you what. I am taking the Bills. No, I'm not. The Bills. I'll take the Bills. No, I'm not even going to try. I try and throw for a loop there. No. No. So everyone's taking the Bills for the Monday Night Football game. Real quick, before we end the show,
you had someone ask if he wanted to join. I was like, "Wait, is he here?
He's here.
Is this real life? Is that Dos Primos?
Yeah, that's Dos.
So,
there he is.
Stop pushing some buttons here.
Are you delivering a package right now?
What's up, man?
There it goes. Dude, I was having some trouble with my audio, man. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys? You're having a great show, as usual.
As per usual, we do our best.
Did you see the pies to the face?
Were you able to catch the pies to the face?
Hell.
Oh, no!
All
right, guys. You can cut us loose whenever you're ready. There you go. Yeah, I don't play with audio issues either.
It's not great. That's unfortunate.
All right.
All right. Well,
boys.
That's all of our picks. Thanks for coming back on to do the picks. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'll send you the floss information. You can use it on Strikeout Beer too.
You got it.
All right. And that's a long show.
That's a long show.
But it was worth it.
It was good though.
Show. That's quality content. That's what people come for.
Absolutely.
And what more could you possibly want out of an award-winning podcast on and off the field? Yeah. You can't ask for any more. That's as good as it gets. Hey, look at that. Brandon, Rapid Dave in the chat. Fear and fire. All right. Well, it's been a great show, everybody, obviously. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to Rapid Dave Stream, Strikeout Beer, Part-Time Nerd. Go find all of them. Dos Primos tried joining in, but go follow Dos Primos anyways. Go follow Dos Primos Fantasy Football Podcast. Everyone enjoy. Have a great Christmas, new holiday, Hanukkah, whatever anyone celebrates. No problem, Brandon. Thanks for coming on, my man. Durf, you also enjoy your Christmas, all right, man?
Thanks. You too, Dylan.
And after everyone's done enjoying the holidays, we will be back next Tuesday because
Mama didn't raise no wussies.